Peace, love, and light, guys. It's your guy, Professor O, coming through with a dose of that good yoke. I'm everywhere like broken glass. I'm around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about the power of celibacy. Now, I've been on this journey for now. Let's see. September, I got out September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. We're in 8 months. I've been doing 9 months of celibacy in this coming June. And let me tell you something. This has been a journey. I can honestly say it's been quite a journey. And what I mean by that is that someone that first and foremost, before I even did that, I was 2 years without sex at all prior. And that was due to a situation where it wasn't even possible to have. Well, it was. It's just that's not something that I was going to participate in my current environment. But now, and then that September got as well, and everything was well, and I'm out, and I did it then, but then stopped, and then I kind of just wanted to go celibate in that situation. But I say all that to say that in these months of being celibate, a lot has changed and a lot has happened, especially towards my brain chemistry, towards my body chemistry, and a lot of things that I've noticed. And one of the things that I noticed is, first and foremost, my focus has been immaculate, and I'm able to kind of focus on things that I really want done. My energy is up. Things are very different. Things are very interesting as well. And I'm also emitting, like, I guess, a different type of frequency, a different type of signal. Because now, I don't know, it's like women can smell that on you for some reason. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting how they like, it's like they can know, like something about this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. And it's very interesting. I'm like, how do you, like, I'm attracted a little bit more, which is interesting. But I'm here to say that in this journey of being celibate, I'm realizing now, like, all right, first and foremost, I just don't want to have sex with anybody. Like, I want to find someone that I'm able to kind of mesh well with, that are just a little bit more equal in perspective and mind state and mentality than I am when it comes to physicality. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been many a time, you know what I mean? Like, you bust a nut, whatever the case may be, and you hitting it, whatever the case may be. And in certain cases, sometimes you may not even like the shorty that well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just may just have a physical connection, and then that's about it. She may actually be very annoying, or you might even annoy her, because when you bust a nut, you literally come to your senses. You go like, oh my God, why are you here? You ready? You need the Uber? You need to get home now? You know what I'm saying? Or the bus comes with you. Whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is you start to realize that. And also, in a situation as well, I'm still currently living in shelter, so I find myself, I'm way too broke to be having sex right now. I'll be focusing on that. That's just something that I'm personally perceiving in my current reality of that. Additionally to that, as I'm, realizing that now, I'm thinking about, I'm like, number one, what am I doing right now? Like, I'm having sex, but where is this going? You know what I mean? Because, like, where is this going? Like, you know what I mean? Is this leading into something? Or is this going to just be a sexual relationship? But then at the same time, what am I really doing? I'm just having sex and I'm just making myself tired. Is there any other way that I can get the same type of satisfaction without actually having this physical interaction? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing. And I've been dipping all of that energy back into my creativity, drawing more, writing more of my poetry, writing more rhymes, my podcast here. Is this even called a podcast or YouTube? Whatever the case may be, my channel here. Other avenues as well, as that's been making me a little bit more fun, thank God. A lot more things, and I find myself a little bit more stretched out in many different avenues, but I'm able to maintain it. And I'm also realizing this, oh wow, I see what's going on. So sex has actually been more of a drainer. You know what I mean? Like, it's been something, and then I've been feeling more clear-headed and more clear-minded. And it goes, and now I'm gonna make sure this message is a little bit more long-winded, because you know I'm long-winded. But I'm also realizing in this state of mind, or in the state of, how can I say, in this state period, that I'm learning and I'm realizing that this women that I've been dealing with, or these encounters that I've been having, has been so, I don't even know how to really say it. Like, it's been so much of a drainer. And I'm so fulfilled. I still feel so good that I'm a little bit wary. I'll be like, yo, I don't know if I want to have sex right now, because number one, who am I having sex with? I'm sharing this. Now I'm looking at sex as very, very sacred. And now it's very, very beautiful to me. Like, all right, first and foremost, point is to procreate, period. So if I'm not procreating, what am I doing? Just to bust a nut, just to feel good? I gotta have other avenues that I'm out there to be able to do this type of thing, to be able to create the same sensation. I don't necessarily need the thing. And also realize this, your little head will always make a fool of the big head, period. That's just what it is. You know, I find a lot of guys thinking with their dick, and then they find themselves alone with their dick, you know what I'm saying? And not in solitude. I'm talking about alone doing things such and so forth. And I've even been Xing out of pornography. And that has been even like, I'm not going to front to you, that has been even much of a challenge, because I was like, you know, like I don't really need Shorty busting nut. I could just go and do that myself. But now what am I doing? You know what I mean? If you looking at a screen, you busting it out, you look like a sucker to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole different type of thing. And I'm not, listen, in this video, please, I'm not shaming anybody who's out there who is sexually active. I'm not shaming anybody out there who watches pornography. It's all out there and it's all well to do it. And I highly suggest go and partake in it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a fun thing. This is just me venting on my personal journey of what I've been realizing and who I am in myself, period. I'm not projecting my own mind state or perspective onto you, and I'm not judging you if you still do it, because I was one of those that was doing it. Trust and believe, when I came home, X videos was my go-to. I was looking at all of it. This, that, and third. It was a fantastic part and journey. I was able to enjoy that. But what I'm saying is now I'm in a point in my life where, what am I doing? You know what I mean? That's the main question. What am I doing? Why am I doing that? You know what I mean? If that's the case, then I might as well just seek marriage in the case. And I'm not seeking marriage just for physical connection or to sow my royal oats, etc. so forth. I'm seeking it more so in a point of companionship. And even it goes deeper than that. But I'm just saying, if I am going to start to have sex, I'm going to get into a point where I'm courting a woman to lead into marriage, so I can find a companion to do that with, not just, you know what I mean? Like, it's very interesting. I don't know, but I digress, because I'm not even looking towards that in this point in time. I'm looking more towards being successful, being more beneficial, more profitable for my current situation, for my foregoing future. So I'm learning and I'm listening and I'm watching and I'm observing myself and I'm seeing what it is and I'm seeing what it is now. And now I'm realizing, I'm like, you know, now when I'm speaking to women, I see a lot of beautiful women out here and I'm getting a lot of eyes. I exercise very fluently and very frequently, so I guess they're able to tell the difference between that. But now I'm also realizing, you know, like, all right, damn, wow, this shorty has a beautiful body, you know, voluptuous tits, big butt, whatever the case may be, slum waist. But now what's upstairs? You know what I mean? Let's talk about upstairs. What are you doing with your life right now? How are you doing it? What are you doing? How are you understanding this? Like, you understand, like, where your assets is at? Because right now, where I'm in my current position right now, I know I'm going to go far. God has blessed me towards that. And I just have to keep applying myself to be able to get that and to do that. But now, where is your mind state at? You know what I'm saying? Because I meet a lot of shorties out there, you know, they're looking for the Casamigos, they're looking for the Urks, they're looking for the, you know, the Zob, whatever the case may be. And they doing it, but then at the same time, damn, shorty, that's all you want to do is yell, dance, and scream. You sound like a fucking pirate. Like, I'm not looking for a pirate. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a partner, not a private. Like, not a pirate. Already, all you need is an eye patch and a goatee. Shit is crazy to me, but it is what it is. You know, we just, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, yo, like, I have not met a shorty yet that is goal oriented. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's just me or maybe that's just a common thing. But yo, these shorties out here are thinking small. Like, I mean, very, very small. Or maybe that's just me on the point that I'm not thinking in that level anymore. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And also realizing a lot of shorties don't even really believe in God like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I read my Bible very frequently, very fluently. And I always reference back to it anytime I see something in the world that I'm able to comprehend through the Bible. So it kind of helps me and guide me consistently. And now I'm looking like, wow, shorty, are you even looking for guidance towards, you know, world? You know what I mean? Like, this is your side. Do you like this stuff? But, you know, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying what it is and what I've been observing due to my point of celibacy. And at this point now, 8 months in, and I'm seeing more on how it's been affecting me and my perspective. So that's all I'm saying. And now I'm just going to see exactly where it's going to take me in the future months ahead. I want to keep going. I want to see exactly what else can this benefit for me? How can I benefit more from this? You know what I mean? It's a very beautiful experience, very fun to me. And I'm just seeing the fruits of it. And I think that's it, at least to me. And so, yeah, I believe that's the power of celibacy towards me and my perspective and my current journey. And I highly suggest everybody to do it. But if everybody wants to do it, you know, it will be fall short. It will be a little tough. But what I am, let me add into this real quick. What I am saying, for those who do want to partake in this journey of celibacy, abstinence, or whatever you want to call it, I'll say abstinence, just not practice, because I don't think I'm working like, you know, waiting for marriage, whatever the case may be. I'm just doing this more for a personal cause. When you practice an abstinence, I would say in the beginning, don't be too hard on yourself if you fall short. You know what I mean? If you fall short of, you know, maybe having sex with shorty or going out there and, you know, you may watch porn, whatever the case may be, you know, don't feel bad. Don't add in that, you know, that guilt conscience. But what I can say is that make your firm decision. You know what I mean? Because this is for you. This is agreement to yourself. You're saying you want to do something, stick to it, so you could be able to see the fruits of your labor from it. Don't, you know, be double-minded, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you don't want to sit in yourself and be like, you know what, I'm going to put myself in this position where now I'm not having sex, it's down third, I'm not jerking off, whatever the case may be. And then a few weeks later, you may go back for it, and then you may start again, you may go back for it. It becomes to a point in time where now you're not dealing with a situation, and now you're not actually taking control of it. You're becoming more so of a sucker, because you're not becoming, you know, single-minded in your situation. You're becoming double-minded. You're going back and forth. You're feeling like this is a thing to keep going back and forth on. So you want to kind of stick to the steadfastness towards your situation, and you'll be able to see the fruits of it. That's the whole point of it. You want to see how it changes you, how you could be able to perceive your reality a little bit more clearer. And that's what it was to me, and that's what it was for me. And it's been a beautiful journey. It's been beautiful. I want to see exactly what more is out there to experience from this. You know, it's very, very cool. It's very, very smooth, and I appreciate it. Yeah, most definitely. I think it's very, very cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also, and it also increases your value into seeing exactly what is there to offer in the actual connection. You know what I mean? What are you bringing to the table? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I bring it to the table. You know what I mean? Like, you giving girls, you know, many orgasms, and you giving them plenty of, you know, feel goods, etc., so forth. But then what? You know what I mean? Orgasms can't paint the way for the future. You know what I'm saying? And then all you're doing is just giving away your dexterity. It's whatever, I digress. You gotta also realize you don't even know who you really truly having sex with. You could be having sex with a succubus or a demon, or, you know, out there. And yes, these things do exist. I need you to understand that. These things do exist, yo. And you gotta realize once that's why I started looking at sex a little bit more differently, because you're looking at it like, all right, number one, if there's folks out there that can live off of energy that you're just emitting in an emotional state, imagine you actually connecting yourself. Because think about it, people don't honestly think about what sex actually is. You know what I'm saying? You're literally entering into another individual. Like, I'm entering into this woman. Like, I'm putting my dick inside of this woman. That's freaking crazy. Like, you know, it's mind-boggling. Like, you know, you do it so constantly, you do it on a daily that you don't even realize, like, the depth of what you're doing until you stop doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally going inside of a woman. And then if I even was to ejaculate inside, I'm nut inside of a woman. And then that can become another version of yourself. It's crazy. It's mind-boggling, but you don't think about it because you do it every day. You know, it's a very desensitized topic because the sex is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Sex is in the music, sex is in the clothes, sex is in the advertisements, sex is everywhere. So it's very desensitized to the point that you don't actually understand and see how, like, you know, like, serious this actually is. Like, you're not thinking about it. Like, think about it. And if you're a woman, you're letting someone go inside you. Like, whoa, you know, it's like this. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's wild. So it's like, yo, and you don't realize that, yo, that shit is bugged out. Like, that's just crazy, son. Like, yo, it's bugged out. It bugged me out one day. I was thinking about, like, yo, I'm really actually going inside. I digress, because it bugged me out a little bit. I'm like, yo, I don't know. I'm saying, so once I started to realize that, and I started to, you know, really take a step back and looking at what I'm doing and looking at about, all right, now I want to choose, like, all right, who deserves for me to go inside of them? Because I know what I do on a daily, you know what I mean? I know I try to keep myself in the healthy as healthy as much as possible. I try to keep my mind as fresh as possible and healthy as possible. I try to do things in the utmost righteous way. And I'm not saying I'm not here and I don't fall short sometimes. I'm not saying here to say I don't use profanity and I'm just this, you know, I'm just on a strict very program. I just try to keep myself very in line, you know, as much as I possibly can, because I know for a fact to my destination is a straight and narrow path. And I'll get there quicker. And I'm not saying I don't think linearly, I think very geometrically, and understand that life is geometric, it isn't linear, it takes leaps and bounds. But in this state of chaos, it's always good to be straight and narrow, to kind of stick to a point where you're being very plain towards your situation. Because anything can happen and everything can happen in that anything. But if I'm very rigid and if I'm very stern and I'm very disciplined, then it won't affect me, and I'll be able to get to my goal. And especially if I want to be in some form of partnership, and I'm not talking romantically, I'm talking generally, platonically, friendships, whatever the case may be, I want to hold my value to a very high end point, and I expect this individual to either match it or raise the bar. Because when you raise it, then that means it'll give me opportunity and goals to be able to reach that. You know what I mean? Now we could be able to ricochet off of one another of being successful. Anyway, from this point in time, I'm varying right now. And this video, this is why I don't got the handy dandy notebook right now with me. This is a very freestyle video. I'm freestyling right now. Today we'll talk about. I might not even put music in the background. I like to put my little tunes in the background, make it smooth. But I'm very freestyling right now with it. And it's just to give me, I guess this is like an update, you know what I mean? And usually I make my own personal videos for my own personal diary. I do not upload on the internet. That's just for my own personal use, so I can go back and kind of look about what I've been speaking about, see where my mind state was at that point in time. But this, I think I'm going to put on the internet just to kind of give a perspective, or maybe of those that's actually following the path of celibacy, whatever the case may be. And if it may pop up on the algorithm or on their tweet or their live stream, hopefully this will pop up there. They'll be able to relate, whatever the case may be. And it's also a very long-winded video. So if you actually stayed that long to get to the end point, kudos and thanks for listening to me. But at the end of the day, I probably wouldn't even listen, because I'll be listening to myself. I'll be like, damn, I'm talking way too much. I'm not even interested. I gotta shorten it up. That's one of my past videos that I just did a few minutes ago. A little bit shorter, it kind of got to nitty-gritty. I'm gonna do it, and I'm doing it. I'm long-winded. I'm talking about the video. I'm supposed to be the power of celibacy, right? You see what I'm saying here? So I'm just gonna end it off right there, because I'll be here all day. And yeah, I got things to do. We did what I'm talking about. And again, this message usually is for the adept, but it's for the adept, for the master, expert, the proficient, efficient, selfish, and the one that's always doing it and never losing it. That's growing, that's glowing, that's going at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, speak good, see good, do good, cool. And it is good, it's all good. Can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side. And I got sexier just from being celibate. Oh, can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Peace, love, and light. Appreciate God for the audience. And I usually say see you guys in the next video, but this was just an event. But you definitely won't see me in the next video. You know what I'm saying? Peace.